Nikant Saraswati Bhusami Gopal ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavindra ki jai. Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद से अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गौ गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to the assembled Lord. All glories to the
If we want to know what God thinks about wealth, we need to go back to the beginning. That came to life, sir, because I wanted to build businesses and to do.
Hello.
I want to
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna.
A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on 7th February 1969 in Los Angeles.
Shri Gurun Vaishnavan means a broader heart and not satisfied simply by his personal count.
Means a broader heart. They are not satisfied simply by personal comfort.
Political history also, you will find so many great leaders.
In some countries' history, also you will find some great leaders. In political history, you will find so many great leaders.
They sacrifice their own comforts.
Occupies their own comforts. They sacrifice their own comforts.
In your country, there was George Washington.
In your country, there are George Washington.
He sacrificed so many. There were other leaders.
We sacrifice so many things.
There are others also. Okay, this is for Donavir Maharaj.
Okay.
In every country, in political field, similarly social field also.
Becomes a political field, becomes a social field also.
In every country, in political field, similarly, social field also. This is for Gyanavan.
Even the political leaders, the Marx, they also
And the political leaders, the Mots, also they also.
The Marx. Now, rest of the online devotees.
he was also compassionate by seeing the terrible condition of the Russian peasants.
He was also compassionate by seeing the terrible condition of the Russian peasants.
So he started that communist movement.
So he started that communist movement.
This is the way great men, they work for the general mass of people.
General mass of people. They work for the general mass of people.
And now that is their greatness.
That is the difference. That is their greatness.
So Advaita Prabhu, when he found that people are simply engaged in eating, sleeping, and they are not
So Advaita Prabhu, when he found that people are simply engaged in eating and sleeping and they're not,
have no concern with Krishna,
No concern with Krishna.
This is for Danavir Maharaj.
and and their life is being spoiled. So he wanted to start this Krishna consciousness movement.
So then life is being spoiled. So he wanted to start this Krishna consciousness movement.
Say about 600 years ago, but he considered himself as able to pick up this movement seriously.
Not sure. Consider this movement seriously?
About 600 years ago, what was it? Oh. He considered himself unable to start this movement seriously.
Because the condition of the people was so wretched,
Because the condition of the people was so wretched.
he thought that if Krishna himself comes, then it can be done.
He thought, if Krishna himself comes, then it can be done.
Otherwise, it is not possible.
Therefore, he didn't know something. Oh, is it not possible?
The Advaita Prabhu called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
So Advaita called Chaitanya. Yep.
And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by his call, he appeared, Krishna.
And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by his calling, he appeared Krishna.
Appeared. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was almost like grandson of Advaita Prabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was almost like the grandson of Advaita Prabhu.
This is for Danavir Maharaj.
But when he was young man, very beautiful youth.
But when he was a young man, he was beautiful look.
Full youth.
So at that time, nobody knew, but Advaita Prabhu knew that he is Krishna, he has come.
So at that time, nobody knew, but Advaita Prabhu knew that he is Krishna, that he has come.
So you are simply, sometimes devotees pretend to be not in knowledge.
He was sometimes, devotees pretend to be not in knowledge.
So you are praying Krishna. This boy is very nice.
So he was praying Krishna. This boy is very nice. If he
takes as this Krishna consciousness movement, then it will be very successful. It's very intelligent, beautiful.
if he takes up this Krishna consciousness movement, then he will be very successful. He will be very
In this way, there was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time.
This way, there was in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time,
This Krishna consciousness movement was going nicely, very.
This Krishna consciousness movement was going very nicely, very.
And after him, there were 6 Goswamis.
And after him, there were 6 Goswamis, and
This is for Danavir Maharaj.
They also managed. Then as it is the rule of this material world,
They were also doing nice, but it's the rule of this material world.
that you start something very good, but in due course of time, the things deteriorate.
That you start something very good, but in due course of time, things deteriorate.
So this Vaishnava, Krishna consciousness movement also deteriorated in due course of time.
This Vaishnava Krishna consciousness movement also deteriorated after some time.
Say, after the disappearance of the Goswamis, about 250 years after,
Say about the disappearance, after the disappearance of the Goswamis, say about 250 years after,
things become most ridiculous.
The atheists became most ridiculous. Things became most ridiculous.
The so-called devotees, their representative still continuing.
And the so-called devotees, something about continuing. Oh, the representatives are still continuing.
They are called Prakrita Sahaji.
They are called Prakrita Sahajya.
Prakrita Sahaja means taking things very easy.
Prakrita Sahaja means getting things easy, blank, I don't know.
Means taking things very easily. This is for Donovan Maharaj.
They thought that Radha Krishna is just like a boy and girls, lusty affairs.
They thought Radha and Krishna are just like boy and girls' lusty affairs.
In this way, they took it. The sex life has really.
This way, they took it. The sex life is our religion.
Even Vivekananda, he also criticized Vaishnavism is sex religion.
Even Vivekananda, he also criticized Vaishnavism as sexism.
Sex religion.
So the things deteriorated in such a way.
So the things deteriorated in such a way.
Then similarly, as Advaita Prabhu was afflicted,
Similarly, that Advaita was afflicted. Similarly,
Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was at that time a householder.
Similarly, Bhakti Siddhanta at the time was a householder. But Bhakti Vinod Thakur was a householder.
Government officer and magistrate.
Government officer and magistrate.
He felt very much, Lord Chaitanya's movement is.
He felt very much. Lord Chaitanya's movement is very.
this is for Donovan Maharaj.
So, people, as soon as one will see that he belongs to the Chaitanya Sampradaya, he'll deny.
So people will see, as soon as he belongs to Chaitanya Sampradaya, he
These are all rascals simply taking some sex pleasure, that's all.
He says these are like rascals just enjoying sex pleasure, that's all.
There were 13 pseudo Vaishnava, 13 sects.
There were 13 pseudo Vaishnavas, 13 sects.
Aul, Baul, Kaptavaja, Nera, Darve, Sai, Sahojiya, Soki Beki, Sai community. You have heard that in London there is a Sai community.
Like Sani community. You have heard that in London there is a Sani community.
Sai Hindu Center you have heard from Mukunda.
Sai community. You have heard.
The sign is there still.
The sign is there still.
So there are 13 pseudo pretenders belonging to the Chaitanya Sampradaya.
So there are 13 pseudo pretenders belonging to the Chaitanya Sampradaya.
They are called first Aul, Baul, Kaptavaja, Nara, Darvesh, Sai, Saki Bheki, Gauranganari, Churadhari, Otibari, Smarta, Jadgosai, like that. 13.
They are called, and then he's listing all of those names, and 30.
Yeah, 13. This is for Donovan Maharsh.
Look it up. Aula. A-U-L-L-A. One L. Yeah. Oh, we got it.
So if I describe this 13, it will take 13 hours.
So Prabhupada said if I describe these 13, it'll take time. Anyway, I'll read you the 13. Aula Baula Kartabaja Neda Taravesha Sani Sahajya Saki Beki Smarta Jatakosani Ativadi Chutahari and Karanganagari.
So I don't describe all that.
So we don't describe them then.
But one or two must be described.
But one or two must be described.
The most important is the Jat Gonsai. Jati Gonsai.
The most important is the Jat Gosai, Jati Gosai.
They created a caste of Gosai.
Caste of Gosais.
Just like they created a caste of Brahmin.
Just like they created a caste of Brahmin.
A caste of Goswami.
A caste of Goswamis.
But this Goswami will come by hereditary birth.
So Goswami will come hereditary, but
This Goswami will come by hereditary birth. This is for Donovan Marsh.
Just like Brahmi. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was very sorry to see the condition of the society.
Just like the Brahmins. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur was very sorry to see the condition of what? Of Chaitanya's sampradaya.
This Goswami, the original history of Goswami is the sixth Goswami.
These Goswamis, the original Goswamis is the 6 Goswamis.
Now, out of the 6 Goswamis,
Now, out of the six Goswamis,
none of them were priestly class.
None of them were priestly class.
So far, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they are great politicians.
So far, Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they are great politicians.
Prime Minister, a finance minister in the government of Nawab Hussain Shah.
Prime Minister, Finance Minister, I didn't catch the last part. In the government of Nawab Hussain Shah.
So, similarly, Raghunath Das Goswami.
So similarly, Raghunath Das Goswami,
He was a big zamindar.
he was a quit jamindar.
This is for Donovan Marsh.
His father is into zamindar, means landholder.
So, Zamindar means landholder. So Prabhupada's describing that none of these Goswamis were priestly class. None of them were born in the priestly class. They were, and he said Rupa and Sanatana were big politicians, and one was a very big landholder, and like that.
During British period, no, at that time not British period, Mohammedan period.
During Buddhist period, no, not Buddhist period, Mohammedan period. Sorry, British. Not British period.
They distributed land among some, I think, in the Western countries, the Burguese they called.
they distributed the land among in Western countries, what they call something.
Bourgeoisie.
Burguese, or in England, the landholders, what they are called.
Burguese. What is it called? I think in England, they have a word for the landholders.
Yeah, but the word he's speaking is a French word, bourgeoisie.
Yeah, zamindar, landholder. When he belonged to a very big land, his father and uncle, two brothers.
About his father and uncle and two brothers. So he belonged to his father, two uncles, and two brothers. His father, his uncle, and his two brothers. His father and his uncle, two brothers. Okay.
He was the only son.
He was the only son.
So naturally, he was to inherit the whole property.
Naturally, he was going to inherit the whole property.
This is for Donavir Maharaj.
And at that time, it was $1,200,000 income.
And at that time, it was $1,200,000 income.
Just see how much he was a rich man.
Just see how much you are a rich man.
How much he was a rich man. This is Raghunath Das.
When he used to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda in his youthhood,
When he used to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda in his youthful,
when he was 18 years, 20 years, he was almost of the contemporary of Lord Chaitanya.
When he was 18, 20 years of age, he was almost a contemporary of Lord Chaitanya.
He used to distribute gold to the Brahmins and Vaishnavas. Gold, so much gold.
To distribute gold to the Brahmins and Vaishnavas. Gold, so much gold.
What is the price of so much gold?
Because the price is so much gold.
He used to distribute. He was a rich man, so he was doing like rich man.
He used to distribute. He was a rich man, so he was doing like rich man.
So that is the history of Raghunath Das Goswami. That is the history of Sanatana Goswami.
So that is the history of Raghunath Das Goswami, history of Sanatan Goswami.
This is for Donavir Maharaj.
None of them were belonging to the Vaishnava sect. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu turned them.
None of them were belonging to the Vaishnava sect. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu turned them.
This Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami were rejected from the Brahmin community.
This Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami were duly rejected from the Brahmin community.
Because at that time the Brahmin society was so strict. If somebody takes service of a Muslim or anyone, he is immediately exterminated.
Because at that time the Brahminical society was so strict that if anyone takes any service from the Musliman, then he will be immediately I forgot.
Exterminated.
You cannot be accepted as pure. Brahmin Kshatriya, according to Vedic system, the Brahmin Kshatriya.
Oh, you cannot be accepted as pure. Brahman, Kshatriya, according to the Brahmin system or Vedic system. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to some devotees